We're going live now. What could possibly have happened that we are going to do two videos, a live stream at 9 o'clock at night while the Knicks Lakers are on? I don't know. What could potentially have happened? Could have something happened? Did something happen? Does anyone know? Was there a seismic shift in the force of Giants land? Is there possibly? I don't know if I'd watch this while the Knicks game is on. I don't know if I'd watch it while the Knicks game is on either, but I'm going to still do it. And the Knicks are choking. That's one of the reasons also why I'm doing this. Oh, let's talk about the New York Football Giants, if we may. Jason Garrett out the door. We knew it was happening. We knew the inevitable was going to happen. We knew something was going on in this time. What's going on, my friend? I think I know a call on me, Tim. I think I know call on me, Tim. All right. Oh, you think you know call on me? All right, well, I call it on you. You know what the problem is? You think about it this way. Everything with Joe Judge is this.
I ran out of gas. I had a flat tire. I didn't have enough money for cab fare. My tux didn't come back from the cleaners. An old friend came in from out of town. Someone stole my car. There was an earthquake. A terrible flood. Locust. It wasn't my fault, I swear to God.
And that's Joe Judge sitting in the meeting room. Actually, it's John Belushi from Blues Brothers sitting there saying, nothing's my fault. The buck stops with me. I'm the head guy. I do everything. I'm awesome. I am in control of all of this. And everything is just me. But you know what? Everyone else did everything wrong but me. I'm freaking awesome. Let's take Jason Garrett and fire him, which, you know what? If you want to fire Jason Garrett, I have no problem with that. The offense, I would say the offense has not been clicking. The boat trips keep floating, buddy. You know what, Jersey? We got to burn the damn boat. I've said this a million times. Didn't I say this already? We got to find the boat and we got to sink the mother, because I think that's one of the problems. I think that's one of the issues. But one of the issues is you're sitting there thinking that you are going to decapitate the offensive head with Jason Garrett, and you're going to bring in Freddie Kitchens, the savior, the offensive coordinator, the one-season offensive coordinator for the Browns, the failed head coach who lost his own locker room. He's going to be the saving grace. Didn't he call the plays once this season? I think he did. How many points did the Giants score? It's philosophy against talent. And the philosophy for Joe Judge is, I can do no wrong. Everyone else is wrong but me. That's the philosophy. But the talent then says, your quarterback is not that talented. Sorry. It's you could bring in freaking Don Coryell to come in here. You could bring in Bill Walsh. You can bring in any offensive genius to come in here and work with Daniel Jones. And the problem would be Daniel Jones would still be Daniel Jones. You want to have a sacrificial lamb? That's fine. And we have no problem with that because we've said it a million times. Jason Garrett, scapegoat. We've had that sound effect now for, I don't know, 2 months, because you could see the writing on the wall. You could see it coming. You could see it coming down the pike a mile away. Jason Garrett was the sacrificial lamb. Jason Garrett was not Joe Judge's hired. Why was Jason Garrett hired in the first place? Let's think about this for a minute. Because of Daniel Jones and because of Joe Judge. Ownership, to me, did not trust Joe Judge. And he has proven them 100% right. They should not trust Joe Judge because his judgment, which is kind of funny, Joe Judge's judgment, is horrid. And people are like, well, he's learning how to be a head coach. Go learn how to be a head coach at Baylor. Go learn to be a head coach on Gonzaga. You don't come to New York and learn how to be a head coach. What's up, James? How you doing, my friend? The ghost of Vince Lombardi. Yo, James is in the house. The ghost of Vince Lombardi. A certain magic still lingers in the name. But duels in the icy snow. You don't do these things. Yeah, I know. I know, Said, man. Don't watch. Don't watch. Well, yeah, I mean, we're still up by 6, but you're giving up 9 in the third. I'm watching the game too. I got the game on the big board. Daniel Jones has been in this league now for going on 3 years. 3 years now. And all of a sudden, Freddie Kitchens is going to turn around and make him a better player. He's going to make him a better player. Almost cursed. What the hell has Freddie Kitchens been doing? Because he's the special offensive assistant. Where's our quarterback coach? When your quarterback cannot figure out basic things for pre-snapped reads, and he's getting to the line, still making adjustments with 2-3 seconds left on the clock, there's a problem. There's an issue. Last time I checked, Jason Garrett did not run out into the field and tell Daniel Jones, roll out, throw across your body into the middle of the field when you're out of the pocket, so it would not be intentional grounding. And let's hope you get an interception by a defensive lineman. I have to check. No, that play's not in the playbook. And I don't even have the playbook, and I can tell you that's not in the playbook. You want to just make a sacrificial lamb of somebody. And I don't want to sit there. And I was reading some of Joe Judge's quotes, and Joe Judge, you know what? I'm going to say now, Joe Judge is an asshole. He is. He's over his head, and he's an asshole. Plain and simple. Sorry. You shouldn't be the coach of the Giants because you know nothing about your own team. You know nothing about your organization. You know nothing about your players. To think that Jason Garrett's the issue. And like I said, I have no problem with the Giants firing Jason Garrett. I got no problem whatsoever with that. None. You want to fire him, go right ahead and fire him. Get rid of him. Dump his ass. I got no problem with that. I have the problem with this. And then he comes back, Joe Judge, and says, well, we were thinking about doing this during the bye week. Then why didn't you do it during the bye week? Why didn't you man up and do it during the bye week? You would have had 2 weeks to prepare an offensive game plan. Now you're going to go on a short week with Freddie Kitchens, with the venerable Freddie Kitchens. Freddie Kitchens called the plays once this season. How'd that work out? Rolly, what's going on, my friend? Mr. Lewis, RPM Auto. Thank you for the chat. Super chat, Zachary. Kadarius Toney can read a defense and throw too. Kadarius Toney had a nice throw. He threw it better than Daniel Jones. He almost completed it. But you cannot sit here and tell me all the ill wills will disappear because Jason Garrett's gone. I laugh about this because you know what? Usually when you fire a coordinator, and this is kind of in the annals of NFL history. Usually when you fire a coordinator, the first week after that coordinator's fired, you turn around and your team starts performing better. And they'll perform better. And all of a sudden the fan base will be like, oh yeah, I told you, man, this is what happened. And then the next week that goes back to what they were. They are what we thought we were. And that's the problem that people don't understand. And then I read this stupid shit on Twitter. And then people are like, oh, well, this is good. We're going to the playoffs now. I love the one person that said we're going to win 9 in a row. I think there's only 7 games left. It drives you insane. I have been talking about all these issues since before training camp. And now all the little Daniel Jones bandwagoners have fallen off, broken their ankles, and are sitting there pontificating like they knew any of this. We knew all of this. We knew this. No, you didn't. You didn't know it at all. I'm sorry. I apologize. You knew shit. And you said shit. So I don't want to hear it from you people. And I'm talking about the Daniel Jones lovers who all of a sudden are these geniuses. All of a sudden are these wonderful people that know everything. What do we got here? Thank you for hindsight is 2020. Would rather have drafted Parsons and Aziz in the second round, assuming that would be available. I agree. I did videos after videos. Thank you again for the super chat. All super chats go to Philadelphia Children's Hospital. I have said this a million times. I would have taken Parsons. I did a video on it. And to the dumbass, because I did the video that says I would take Michael Parsons, but he's not Lawrence Taylor. To the dumbasses that keep telling me he's Lawrence Taylor, watch the film. Lawrence Taylor turned around and revolutionized the linebacker position. Revolutionized it to a point that they first tried to block him with a running back. Didn't work. They tried to block him with a tight end and a running back. Didn't work. They tried to block him with a tackle, a tight end and a running back, and it still didn't work. Michael Parsons isn't there, and he's going to be good. But he's not Lawrence Taylor. And I would have had 2 linebackers that I could have built off of. But the stupidity of the organization does things like draft Daniel Jones. And I understand that's 2 different drafts, but it just dumbfounds me. It aggravates me. It really does. Thank you for your super chat, Mr. Lewis. Giant fans seem to think Jones has become a franchise quarterback now. In some ways, I'm glad Garrett is gone because now I wonder who's the next to blame. Pathetic. You know who's the next to blame has got to be the coach. But it's not going to be the coach. Patrick Graham is next. You watch me. Watch this. Patrick Graham is next. Patrick Graham's defense gave up an 18-play drive in this game. They gave up 30 points. But everything's Jason Garrett's fault. Patrick Graham's defense didn't show up for weeks. Then they play lesser opponents, and all of a sudden, everything's okay. But then as soon as you tell a team that has some offensive talent and a quarterback who understands, you go underneath on this defense because they're playing too deep, and you just tear this team apart that way? Really? How difficult it was. You watch this game, and Patrick Graham, you were sitting there watching him. How difficult is it to figure out they are going short? They are taking one step off the line and throwing the ball. How difficult is this, Patrick Graham? Bring your guys up. Bring your rush. You pay Leonard Williams all this money, and he is an afterthought. He's a blip, not even a blip on the radar. But you don't change your defense. But it's Jason Garrett's fault. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. I lied and said I don't like football because this team and the fan base is so bad. The fan base is killing me. Literally, they are killing me. Because we used to be smart. And there's still a lot of good, smart fans out there. Mr. Jackson here, Mr. Lewis, Mike Lee, James Williams, Windplug, Joey. I mean, I could go on and on about intelligent. I can go on and on about intelligent Giant fans because most of them show up in this chat. But I don't know if it's a willful ignorance that they don't want to see what's going on or if they just don't care anymore. I said this before. I still don't know why I'm so fired up after this. I would trade both first-round picks for Watson. Call me stupid. You're not. The only problem is here's the problem with that. It's not a bad idea, but you just put yourself in salary cap purgatory by signing Kenny, by overpaying Adoree, and all the other stupid moves this organization has made. I hated every one of go back and watch the films or whatever I do, the videos. I hated every one of these signings. And I said the same thing. It's guys who are coming off major injuries who we are signing to fill needs when we have other glaring needs otherwhere. How many times did I complain about the linebackers? How many times did I complain about the defensive ends? How many times did I complain about the offensive line? You're building around things that are a problem, but you're not addressing any of the problems. Lawrence Taylor was actually defensive end the way he played the position. Well, yeah, he played more when he played at North Carolina. Yes, he was more of a defensive end. But at 6'5", whatever it was, 245, he switched the outside linebacker when he came into the Giants in the 80s. 4 straight offensive rebounds. How much of this is directly attributed to decisions made by Mara? Here's the problem, Survivor Sam. I'm going to tell you this right now. This is what I'm going to tell you right this exact moment. Mara is just as much to blame. Mara still owns a controlling interest of this team. I think he still owns 51% or something crazy like that. So if he wants to maintain football operations, he's going to. But he doesn't. I mean, like I said, I am still upset. I knew we were going to lose. Jeffrey Abbey, he actually won the Zio Jalara jersey. So if you're out there, Jeffrey, good job. Got the score right. I knew we were going to lose. Predicted we were going to lose. Said we were going to keep it close and get blown out in the third quarter. And that's exactly what happened. But I'm still upset because I watched this. And then at the end of the game with 6-7 minutes left, this team did not care. You watch the body language on the sidelines. They gave up. They gave up on their team. They gave up on their coaches, and they gave up on the fan base. Thank God this game was in Tampa. I keep moving this. Lawrence Taylor changed the way the game of football is played on both sides of the ball. That's why he's the greatest defensive player in the Hall of Famer. I never believed Daniel Jones. I never will believe in Daniel Jones. No. You want to know why? Here's the reason why. Key point and example. You make all these pre-snap adjustments. You make all these pre-snaps reads. You're calling out the mic. You're making line shifts. You're putting people in different positions. You are looking like you are going for a big play. You run a play and lose the yard with Saquon Barkley. And you had a minute left on the clock. You had a minute left on the 40-second clock. You had a second left. You had a freaking second left. You were making it look like you were taking a shot deep. You go for a -1 yard. The Raiders win doesn't look impressive anymore. We beat this team. You know what? That's 100% right. Say they beat a team that has been imploding. I'm so mad. My helmet. I wish I had my helmet. This team, the Raiders are so bad. Carolina's bad. You beat bad teams. A bad team beats bad teams. What rush? No, there is no rush. Rush to judgment. Yeah, last year Patrick Graham was working. This year we figured him out. I thank you, James. And here's this one. That's why I'm saying next is Jason Garrett, scapegoat. It's going to be Patrick Graham scapegoat next. Just wait and see. I said this a million times. You cannot play a defensive substitution forever. You have to go from a defensive substitution to a defensive versatility, which means you play more. You have the same 11 guys, but have them play multiple positions, because when you play a defensive substitution game, they get film on you. When they get film on you, they understand your packages. They understand when you're doing this. They understand when you're doing that. That is a problem. The league figures you out. The run and shoot, same thing. The league figured it out. The 46 zone, the league figured it out. The West Coast offense hasn't figured it out, but you know how to slow it down. The Wildcat, all these other things, you find a way. The league, the teams, I've always said this, because maybe it's because I studied film. You will find a way to fix something or go after something if you have enough time to do it. And like I said, I am shocked that I'm still this mad. Tim, I am sick of the fan base too. I know you are, Mr. Lewis. But you see, deep inside, Jones lovers know he isn't the guy, but fans want to stick with themselves thinking he is. That's why they make every excuse. But here's my thing. How can you make every excuse for this guy? How? And I'm not yelling at you, Mr. Lewis, because you need to come on the show. You need to come on the show Sunday again. We got to convince Mr. Lewis to come on the show this Sunday. But I love it because you're right. You have to know. You have to see that he's not the guy. You can blame everyone. You can blame the offensive coordinators. Kenny G. Oh, Kevin E. G. is $72 million. Targeted twice. I don't think Jason Garrett sat there and said to Daniel Jones, you know what? Only target Kenny twice. And then people be like, well, he was harassed all day. Did you see Tom Brady? 44 years old. The one play still sticks in my mind. The pocket is collapsing around him, caving in on him. But you know what? He's open. There's an opening in front of him. What does he do? He climbs the ladder. He steps up and hits Mike Evans for like a 25-yard pass. Daniel Jones does that, and he's patting the ball. And still doesn't throw the goddamn thing. And I'm tired. I'm tired of fans. I'm tired, not you guys, but I'm tired of these fans that were just up Daniel Jones's ass for 3 years. And now all of a sudden they think they've discovered something because Daniel Jones is not the guy. Some of us have known this a long time. You subtract the 3 games and 19, his stats are 12 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. You extrapolate that and compare it to the next 2 seasons, it's the same statistics. No Giant fan wanted him. They still believe in him. Probably they feel bad for he's one of those. You know what I said? You know, it's funny saying I said this today. He's making Dave Brown look good. He is. Dave Brown went 9-6 his first starting season. Just missed out on the playoffs. So what is Judge's excuse? He checks the tapes the problem with Joe Judge is he checks the tape every week. The only problem is why the hell is he checking the VHS? You can go on your computer and watch this stuff. That's Joe Judge's problem. He's watching videotapes. He's watching shit from the 80s. He keeps, and I love it because I said this before, Joe Judge is a caricature of a head coach. You go and watch any football movie with a hard-nosed, tough guy head coach. Even Goldie Hawn and Wildcats. And that's Joe Judge. That's why we call Joe Judge speak. Because he doesn't say anything. It's the sport of kings, women in diamond rings. Football. Football, sport of kings. Better than diamond rings. Football. Pocket awareness. Pocket awareness. Here, there is no pocket awareness. Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Pocket awareness. How do you still, after 3 seasons, not sense any of the rush? None of it. How? How is that possible? How do you not sense anything? How do you not feel anything? How do you not know? Step up into the pocket. And I said this before. You know what happens? This is what happens. Defenses figure it out. You maintain you're a defensive player, you're a defense playing against the Giants. You maintain your edge. You hold your edge. You collapse the middle of the field. You do not allow Daniel Jones to move to the left or to move to the right, and he has to go up front. He is not going to get any yards because he's not a scrambling quarterback, and he does not understand. Step up into the pocket. Nice basement. You got to love the basement. You know, maybe the problem is we need to get out of the basement. Where's the, you know what I need? Yeah, we'll go to the attic. We're going to the attic. Maybe we'll find something. My Mexican brother, Will Hernandez, sucked again. Bad penalties. Why are you grabbing a guy around the neck? That's, you know, it's shockingly, referees will see that. Will Hernandez, another bust. Another bust. Ignore those people who are obligated to have their opinions no matter what they're silly as they may be, as they don't attack me. That's the other thing. You know what? People get attacked. You guys, and I know that because you go out and suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous misfortune by going on these other channels and speaking the truth. I had someone tell me today how he was getting the bleep kicked out of him because he made actual points about Daniel Jones in a stream. Tim, these are the fans that got mad when they drafted him. It makes my hair watch them lie to themselves. I was at the preseason game with Daniel Jones, his first preseason game. I was there. I was there when they booed Eli Manning off the field and cheered Daniel Jones, who came in and got that touchdown. I had the video I've had the video numerous times. You wanted to get rid of Eli Manning so bad, and I think that's some ways what it is. You wanted to get rid of Eli Manning so bad that you did not look beyond the trees of what you were actually getting. And it does. It makes my head hurt. Literally, it makes my head hurt when I see this stuff. Some days I can't even go on social media. I can't. Because of the fact that you see these stupidest arguments that people have about Daniel Jones and why he's going to be good. Obi Toppin. I don't know what's up with Obi. 83-82, end of the third. Come on, Knicks. I'm going to feel bad for Strahan during the retirement game. The stadium is going to be filled with the stadium. You know what, Mr. Esquire, you're right. The stadium is going to be filled with Eagle fans. And if they lose this game, if they chuck up another stinker, then what? Tim, you should have seen what some of the fans and other content creators are saying about the fire. It's sickening. What are the other people saying? I don't know. I don't know what the content creators are. I just know somebody told me they were in a stream. And they were basically getting blasted because of the fact that they spoke the truth about Daniel Jones.
This town needs an enema.
See, there you go. And I saw you there. You got to love the attic. I might have to go to the beach soon because Hurts is better than Daniel Jones. Yes. Did a video on that. Got blasted for it. Then what does Hurts do? Goes out and he's putting his team in the position to make a playoff run. It's not working with the pass. He rushes for 3 touchdowns, a Philadelphia Eagle record, and they had Randall Cunningham, who never had 3. Leonard Williams sacked us for money. Leonard Williams disappears when it's go time, when it's money time, when the chips are on the table. Leonard Williams is never there to be found. He was not there last year in the Arizona game. He disappeared in the Baltimore game. And then he comes in a garbage game that he comes in at the end of the year and gets his sacks. That's all he does. What's that, Rocky?
10 years to come to my house. What's the matter? You don't like my house? My house stink? That's right, it stinks!
Yes, it stinks. It stinks to high heaven. I'm done with those channels. They call me a hater for saying what your record says you are, and Daniel Jones is below average. Logic's finest. You're too logical to go on those channels. Stop. Well, you can go. I don't care. Russell Wilson, please be a Giant. Okay. King Kong. Why not? Bring in Russell Wilson. Because you know what? If Russell Wilson would understand, if I have a Horde and Porce line, get rid of the ball quick. But actually get rid of the ball to the guy that is open. Someone said to me today, why does Daniel Jones why do they make Daniel Jones throw so many screens? They got away from the screen. How many times did Tom Brady throw a ball to a guy who was 1 yard off the line yesterday and just rip the Giants? The screen pass should be the easiest pass to throw. Eli Manning did have problems throwing the screen. I'm not gonna lie. That's early in his career, man. It was terrible. Eli's last year as a Giant, they should have been in 2016 when we went to the playoff. Yeah, you know what? Eli probably hung around too long. He probably did. Daniel Jones is not the guy. I agree. It's what does Alex Sports says? We need to blow it up. Why not? Let's blow it up. You want to blow it up? We blew it up. We blew it up because we have to. And you're right. Leonard Williams is too busy counting his money to be bothered. Yeah, it's a possibility. Garrett was a scapegoat fire. It's not going to fix anything. Freddie Kitchens is not the answer. You know what's funny? If someone says to me, what room do you keep the forks and knives? The kitchen is still not the answer. So neither is Freddie Kitchens. Tim, can you talk about the fans that think they're going to get from Kitchens? Last time I checked, he isn't going to help Jones' pocket awareness. He's not going to, Miss Lewis, you're right. He's not going to help he's not going to help their pocket awareness. He's not all of a sudden going to turn Daniel Jones into this pocket passer. He's not all of a sudden going to be Peyton Manning. He's not all of a sudden going to cure all the ill wills of Daniel Jones. No, ain't going to happen. Not going to happen. Because you are what you are. I'm sure I'm not getting any. I'm not sure I'm getting any of the other thing. He's not. He's not going to. There's going to be. How in less than a week is they going to progress into Daniel Jones making him this wonderful pocket passer? I'm guaranteeing what's going to happen. The Giants are going to win. They're going to score like 21 points, and people are going to be like, "See, we would have gone to the playoffs if Freddie Kitchens was the guy." Oh, I just want to tell people, shut up. Enhance your chi. Wosa. I gotta go watch The Last Dragon with Bruce Leroy. It just popped up on my screen. You are the last dragon. You represent the power of the glow. Oh my God. What's up, Hakeem? Russell Wilson, DJ Saquon, 21 second. I think you could actually get him for less than that, Russell Wilson, because I think, Pete Carroll looked beat during that press conference. He looked beaten down. I think you could get him from less. I would give Daniel Jones, the other channels are saying Freddie Kitchens will turn the franchise around. DJ is better than Hurts. I'm sorry, Hurts wins games. DJ doesn't. You know what the thing is about Hurts? I'm going to tell you what it is about Jalen Hurts. And I know, and I'm going to talk like this. And I know, Bad Dog, who's a big Oklahoma fan, is not a fan of Jalen Hurts. I actually am a fan of Jalen Hurts. And I'm a fan for a reason, because of the fact that if you watch the Eagles, you watch the Eagles, they rally around their quarterback. There's sometimes there is just something that has to do with leadership. And that's what Jalen has. He's got leadership. He has that aura that is attracted to people. He's got the glow. He's Bruce Leroy. Go watch The Last Dragon, Shogun of Harlem. When you reach that upper level, your mind and body in one must be one. Yeah, that's a good point. He can't go off script. No, he has no creativity. I've said it a bazillion times. Daniel Jones is a point guard who can't create his own shots. You have to facilitate it for him. It needs to be designed. Hey, Jeffrey, he is the winner of the Azeez Ojulari jersey. Got the score right. Number 8 has been panicking of Lake's performance that's hindering his mental state. He isn't as tough as I thought. He sucks. Can't overcome. Oh, Jeffrey, we all know how much you hate Daniel Jones, but you know what? You have been. You know what the thing about you, Jeffrey, is, and I'm gonna give you a big prop here. You have been consistent since I've done this channel for your hatred, and I'm not going to say hatred, but of your criticism, and rightly so, of Daniel Jones. You've never wavered. And I respect that, because I do the same thing. You understand. You have an opinion. You stand with it. JPP said to Daniel Jones last night, kicks my conference. Did he really? It's like, that'd be funny if he did. That's another great move. JPP's washed up. Let's get rid of him. Let's get rid of him. What is he going to do? Make another Pro Bowl? Go to the Super Bowl? Get a bunch of sacks? Who the hell needs that on the team? G-Force. New York isn't arranging seats. Just rearranging seats on the Titanic. Is the band playing on the Titanic right now? I think it is. Here we go. What's up, Saeed? On my big player, Boomer mentioned that Jones may be causing the false start penalties. I actually heard someone mention that as well. Brady can prepare for pre-snaps and keep his guys under controls. Can't do that. You know what? That's, Boomer would know. Boomer is an MVP Pro Bowl quarterback who went to a Super Bowl. But I love it though, because other fans will know better than Boomer Esiason. We need a Louis Riddick as GM. I like Bieniemy a lot. And fix the team and sell MetLife to the Jets. I think you've said this before. and move it. Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm down getting our own stadium again. I'm so disappointed in the fan base. It's either fandom clouds their logic or their desperations to be good clouds their judgment. Either way, it's sickening and quite annoying. It's annoying. It's annoying because of the fact that they're never wrong. Even when they're wrong, they're never wrong. Even the building could be burning around them. And they will be like, well, it's only a little bit of a fire. Blowing this shit up. Blowing it up. Thank you for the super chat. Of course, all super chats go to the Philadelphia Children's Hospital. DJ and Baker, who is worse? How did the lowly Browns and Bengals become better before the Giants? Also, Jason Garrett was the scapegoat. 100% he's the scapegoat. We all know that. Like I said, the sound effect has been around for months. Jason Garrett, scapegoat. DJ's worse than Baker. Baker's playing hurt. You got to give Baker credit. Baker's manning up and playing with that tear in his non-throwing shoulder, but that's a painful injury. And how did the Bengals get better? The Bengals, though, technically have been better than us for a while. This isn't anything new. But I would take Baker. I would take Baker over Bark. Baker, whatever. Tim's on a roll tonight. Giant message, aka transactions. They're tired. It's all done, man. It's all done. I'm tired. You know why I'm tired? Joey, why am I tired? Leo just sucks up double teams and no one can get off the block. You know what the problem is? It's almost like we need a guy. I don't know, like who's that guy in Minnesota? Dalvin Tomlinson. We need a guy like that to pair with Dexter Lawrence, who can help do the dirty work and turn around and create opportunities for people like Leonard Williams. And you know what the funny thing is? The secondary has been playing as well. Oh, Leonard can't get a sack. Oh, Leonard can't find a way to get his sack. Because you know what? We all know what Leonard Williams is. We all know we're going to go to it. Whoops.
King of the almost sack.
He's the king of the almost sack. And then this year, he's been again.
Hear ye, come one, come all, for it's the king of the covered sack.
Too bad we didn't get Justin Herbert. I wish we got the Duck. Don't even get me started on the Duck. Freaking kids go back to school. What kid goes back to school? Probably didn't want to be a Giant. We need to be on Barkley's case as much as Jones in this trade disaster. Remember, it is just business. You know what? If we could get something for Barkley, I would trade him. I don't think he is injury prone. I think he's unlucky. You got the first ankle injury, you tear the RCL off a non-contact, and then you roll your ankle on a bad pass by Daniel Jones. And I agree with this. I don't think Joe Judge trusts Daniel Jones at all. I really don't think he does. I don't think he does at all. What's up, Stu? Gettleman can't pick his own nose. He's ruining our draft. In all fairness to Dave Gettleman, and I think we should at least give him the benefit of the doubt of this. I do think he can pick his own nose.
That's what she said.
Sorry, I meant to do that. We need to draft defense. I agree, 100%. I guess we should have known Danny would stink. College coach who was a quarterback whisperer, and he had a 50% completion in the ACC. You're not wrong. I wish people were wrong. Daniel Jones having a scrape on his knee is another excuse for Jones lovers. That's true. Daniel Jones could be like, oh no, I boo-booed myself. I have to get my 4th and 5th season in. I just want to lay down. Online Big Blue, Colin Coward compared Jones to Jake Locker. Ooh, Jake Locker. Jake Locker. That's a bad. What's up, my friend? How are you doing? I appreciate you popping in the stream. I am a big fan of yours, my friend. And I appreciate you letting me pop into the stream. I think your content is probably most closest to mine in some regards. You speak the truth as your moniker. You speak it as it is. And I appreciate your channel. You're one of the few channels I actually jump into streams on because you know what you're talking about. You are welcome anytime. You're welcome anytime you want to come on the show. You are welcome anytime you want. Giants really should get Melvin Gordon running back. I think he's a solid number one. Yeah, but Melvin Gordon, they're not going to get rid of Melvin Gordon, are they? What did Shannon Sharp say? I didn't see all these things. Daniel Sharp said Safert called. Yeah, he's a bust. I didn't know that. I see a lot of stuff on Twitter now that people are saying that he's a bust. We knew that. Some of us knew that last year. And he has one good game. People are going to be like, oh my God, he's the best quarterback ever. We're going to the playoffs. Yes, Malik Willis. Malik Willis. Malik Willis. Malik Willis. Malik Willis. I'm going to will it into fruition. Malik Willis. Malik Willis. Malik Willis. Malik Willis. Malik Willis. Gettleman panicked and picked DJ. He was panic picked because he really wanted Herbert. Yeah, I agree. Seriously, no one wanted him out of Duke. Gettleman thinking was the smartest guy in the room. Thank you again for Super Chat. All Super Chats go to the Philadelphia Children's Hospital. I tell the story all the time. Day of the draft. There's the rumor that some unknown team high in the draft is high on Daniel Jones, is going to pick him and is going to pick Daniel Jones high. And I remember sitting there. I was even talking to my wife about this. We're sitting there and I said, oh, dear Lord. She goes, what? I said, it's going to be the freaking Giants. So they're going to take a kid at a Duke who can barely, I don't even want to relive that. Josh Allen sitting there. Oh my God. Josh Allen, Parsons, Zio Jalori. What could go wrong with that? Oh, we don't pick them. That's what goes wrong with that. We decide, is that Mitchell Trubisky sighting here? We should sign Trubisky next season. It would be a huge upgrade. Problem is, we're broke. We are, Tyrone, how you doing, my friend? I haven't seen you in a while, Tyrone. We are broke as a joke. I laugh because now I laugh now because I have Bruce Leroy stuck in my head for the Last Dragon. Now I have to go watch that movie because I'm going to sit there going, show enough with Shogun of Harlem. I got that stuck on my head now. I don't know how I got that from Mitchell Trubisky, but I just got that stuck in my head. Who is the master? I am. You are always welcome on the show. Whatever you want to do a show, my friend, you set it up or I'll set it up. We'll do something. We'll rock this. Because you know what? We need some honesty. Honesty. DS sucked all year. People love them after wins. People always love them after. Everyone loves a winner. Everyone loves a winner. No one loves a guy that sits there and makes excuses. Everyone wants to be a winner. Everyone loves a winner, but no one wants to sit there. And we've said it already today, and we've said it.
I ran out of gas. I had a flat tire. I didn't have enough money for cab fare. My tux didn't come back from the cleaners. An old friend came in from out of town. Someone stole my car. There was an earthquake. A terrible flood. Logan, it wasn't my fault. I swear to God.
Daniel Jones sitting there with Joe Judge. What do you think, Mr. Authentic? What do you think? Oh, my God. I have lost respect for Joe Judge. To take the blame off him coming off the bye in the performance and like he did yesterday, all he did was jump on an easy target and suck a move. I'm going to get you, sucker. Now I'm going to have to watch. I'm going to have to get you, sucker. I'm a soldier, man. I was trained for combat. It's true. It's true. I mean, again, we've said this how many times, Mr. Lewis, with RPM Audio. Looking for a car, don't go far. Call RPM Audio. They will deliver it to your house. How many times have we said this about this guy? I am the end all be all. Everything stops with me. But here's all the other things that everyone else did wrong, so don't blame me. Just want to lay down. I just want to lay down. 105-93, the Knicks with 4 minutes left. I'd take Zach Mettenberg instead of DJ. Yeah. Oh, Oh my God. I can no longer call him Lieutenant Dan. What are you calling Lieutenant Dan? To Dan. It's one of my favorite movies, Forrest Gump. I'm not a smart man, Jenny, but I do know what love is. I usually have a flat top. I got too much hair. People saw in the video today. I got too much hair today. So I used to cut it really short, and I used to sit there and do Forrest Gump for people. I used to crack people up. So I used to sit there like this and go, those look like comfortable shoes. I'll bet you could stand all day on shoes like that. My feet hurt. Oh. My Mr. Headset. Hold on. No, I have a software upgrade on my headset. Chicago the Giants will pull another trade. Judge for Nagy. It's both a loss. You know what the funny thing is? You look at the Giants' schedule. I've been warning people about Miami, and like I said, I'm shocked to hell about Philadelphia. Shocked to hell. Just shocked to hell. I mean, I didn't think they were going to win 4 games all season. But there's not an easy win on this schedule for this team. We're broke now, but Bradbury is gone next year. And no, Bradbury is still going to count $8 million in dead cap space if we let him go. We can't get rid of Dory. You can't get rid of Kenny. And you can't get Leonard. We figured it out. We figured it out about 3 weeks ago. Well, we have 43 cut players now that are 212 million over the cap of what's potentially projected to be at 208. If we get down to 33 players, we'll have like $16 million in cap space. And last time I checked, you need 53 players on the roster. I'm not sure. Can we send Ferry Kisher? Yes, everyone that knows that clip's from Blues Brothers. Spent the 6th overall 3 years later. You know what? You swing and you miss at quarterbacks. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with a man not sacking up like Joe Judge. Put on your big boy pants, Mr. Joe Judge, and take some blame and responsibility for your team, because you don't. You know what you got to do.
2 in the box.
Oh, wrong one. Hold on. You know what you got to do.
Are you a big man? Huh? I'm talking to you. What? You wake up in the morning, you say, I put on my big boy pants. Look, I'm wearing a belt. I got big boy pants on.
That's what you need to do, Joe Judge. Put on your big boy pants. JFK said it once. Victory has 1,000 fathers. Defeat is one. Ooh, I like that. I forgot about that quote. That is a great quote. That is the quote of the day, guys. Victory has 1,000 fathers. A defeat is an orphan. A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A hero dies just once. Is there me, or has everyone only had one good reason with us? Just regressed after that. Yeah, it's true. You know, you're not wrong. Let's go next. Fans seem to think we have an easy. You know, we don't have an easy schedule. We don't. Miami's turning that around. You got the Eagles twice. Washington's making some noise even with the injuries. Oh, my God. You know what the problem is? I always tell people, when I'm the smartest guy in the room, I'm not saying this one, but when I'm the smartest guy in the room when it comes to other giant creators, what's the problem? Because I'm not the smartest guy in the room. Oh, my God. When you have Daniel Jones as your quarterback, no game is an easy win. Spent the 2nd overall pick on Barkley and has one season to show for it. You're not wrong. You remember Johnny U from The Last Dragon? That's swagger. Oh, yeah. Johnny U, The Last Dragon. I got to watch that movie. I love Johnny. Yeah, Johnny turned it on at the end, man, because Johnny's problem was he always was faking karate. Then they got into the big fight scene at the end. Johnny turned out to be the master. You are the last dragon. You possess the power of the glow. Vinny G, what's up? Long time. I agree. Remember the Giants were laughing at Philly in the offseason? I was laughing at them. I admit 100%. We look like damn fools now. I'm sick of this. Miss the 80s Giants. I miss the 90s Giants. I miss the 2000 Giants. I miss any Giants but the 70s and the 2000 blank to now Giants. How's it going, Vinny? I haven't seen you in a while. I missed you. I missed your quotes. Missed your comments. Oh yeah, Mike Glennon played when DJ got hurt against Dallas, but sucked as well. Scratch that idea. No, Mike Glennon's not the answer. Again, like as in we've mentioned it before with Freddie Kitchens. What do you keep in the knife? What room do you keep the knives in? It's not going to be, still not even the kitchens, because it's not even Freddie Kitchens. The only reason Saquon had his good season was due to it. We've talked about this a bazillion times. Eli understood his line shifts and adjustment and put Saquon in a position to make plays. He checked down the ball, 80-something times? 80 catches that freaking season? Daniel Jones doesn't understand, or maybe he can't figure out how to throw a freaking screen. Maybe I should do a video on how to throw a screen for Daniel Jones. Did you see Dave get a statement? Did he mention Judge? He did. I know I didn't see a statement yet. I came on here to yell. I came on here to yell. I like to yell. No, I don't like to yell. I want to be happy. I want to be happy. Quickly putting away the Knicks. I want to be a happy guy. I want to get my TVs on the wall. That's what I want to do. Oh, thank you, Robert. I'm afraid it's time to move on from Daniel Jones. He has reached the ceiling. The Giants should pursue a veteran quarterback and draft another. How many times did I yell for Cam Newton? How many videos? I think it was Windplug that even said, Tim is the only Giant YouTuber that wanted Cam Newton, because I said, even if Cam Newton's washed up, he's still better than Daniel Jones. And he could be a stopgap until we get Malik Willis. And I know we're not getting Malik Willis. I understand that. I understand that. I understand it. I understand it. But you know, it doesn't mean I like it. It doesn't mean I like it. Carton on the Fan today said, Judge will throw anyone under the bus to protect his image. I didn't know that. But there seems to be a lot of people that all of a sudden are going against Joe Judge. And he will 100% throw him under the bus. The buses you know what the problem is? We don't have a big enough bus for everyone the Giants have to throw under. You have fans who have only seen Eli Manning play. They think Madden football translates into real life, don't understand football, are vocal on social media. Those fans I'm now ignoring. You should, Logic's Finance, because you know what? You're right. It's not Madden. I've said that how many times? And I've said it before. If your only point of reference is Eli Manning and you're going to talk to me about quarterbacks, shut the F up. I don't want to hear it. Because all you're doing is comparing Daniel Jones to Eli Manning. Eli Manning won wars, won battles on the field, won you 2 Super Bowls. Daniel Jones can't even stay on the field. And I had a hard enough time giving away the Daniel Jones toilet paper. James Williams won that. Not saying Kitchens is the answer, but he's a lot great things for Baker when he turned the offense coordinator, and not when he was a head coach, but when he was an offensive coordinator. He was barely an offensive coordinator for a cup of coffee. But I understand your point, but it's not going to be the same thing. You were the only Giant creator who realistic before this year, and all the other clowns predicted us the playoffs. I said 6 wins. 6 to 7 wins, I said. Kitchens called plays against Cleveland last year, and we scored. Thank you, Todd. I said the same thing in the video today. He scored 6 points in Cleveland, a revenge game. He scored freaking 6 points when he went out with COVID. Crazy that Gardner Minshew is freaking Jacksonville for 2 years, averaged better stats than Daniel Jones in almost every card. Mind you, when Minshew was supposed to be 6th-round talent, and Minshew is also the porn stash. That's all you got to say about Gardner Minshew. He is the porn stash. We got 39 seconds left. The Knicks are up 105-100. Let's go, Knicks. We got 39 seconds left. Oh, my God. Did I just click on what just happened here? There we go. There we go, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry. Thanks, Mr. Lewis. Even you can, a decent Philly would find a way to beat us. I have a feeling Philly's going to beat us. I really do. I really do. Joe Judge needs to chill and start winning. You know what? That's a great point. You know what? Winning cures all ills. You win, none of this is a problem. None of this is an issue. And this is a great point I saw also from Jeffrey. Colombo gone, Garrett gone, Judge firing people, but this is his first head coaching time. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Not only did Eli make Barkley better, look at the receivers too. Yes, except outside of Ruben Randall. Outside of Ruben Randall. How is Julius Randall doing? How was Julius rock the mic like a Randall? 19 points, 15 boards. See, Barrett's having a good game. Evans finally came around 8 for 14 for 26 so far. I'm Julius. I rocked the mic like the Randall. Jason Garrett wasn't the problem. He was just a sacrifice. Yes, you're right. He was a sacrificial lamb. Or as we've been saying before, what was Jason Garrett, guys? Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett. Scapegoat. He's the scapegoat. Edward, where'd you go? You're back though. Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. But how can you not feel optimistic about this year with the strong year we finished last year? Wasn't expecting plus 8. I wasn't optimistic. Didn't like the fits of the players. Didn't like the fact that everyone was coming off injuries. Didn't like the schedule. Didn't like the head coach. I was not optimistic at all, but I was negative. I was negative. Negative like a fox. What's up, James? I'd rather lose and prove a point to the front office that we need change than win a bunch of useless games like last year. I am scared to shit that is going to happen. That we are going to win like 3 games at the end. They're going to be like, oh, Daniel Jones just turned the corner. And then we are stuck in year 4. I don't know if I can handle it, guys. I don't know. Judge, we are going to produce on the field. Wait, I got to look at the tape. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You know, Vinny, you haven't been around in a while, but you have to. You can't say that.
How dare you question Joe Judge?
You can't question Joe Judge. He's going to come down from Mount Joe Judge Olympus. That's how awesome he is. Don't you know this? What's your problem, Vinny? Just busting your chops. The season's over. That's right. The party's over. That's right. The party's over. Our party's over. Apparently not negative enough. No, I guess I wasn't negative enough. I laugh. Sometimes I want to say shit because I just want to lose all my subscribers. But then I get all these smart subscribers. Oh, you guys, I get all these guys that understand football. There is a place for us. And it's right here. There is a place for us Giant fans who are intelligent, who understand football, who get it. And it's right here. And you guys are always welcome here. Whoops, I didn't see what Alex said first. I don't get to the. Did you see Dan Orlovsky on Twitter today? Put up Jason Garrett ran a third and 2. All the receivers ended up in the same spot, and the 3 men rush got to go. Danielson. You know what the problem is? Here's the thing. That is also discipline. And again, we're not knowing what was the routes. Did the receivers run the wrong routes? Did Daniel Jones call the wrong plays? You can say whatever you want about that, but you got to understand what the play was first. The front office has failed the Giants the last 6+ years. It's the same as a 40-year-old woman with 3 divorces. Well, you know what? You're 30, 40 years old, 3 divorces. That's how many kids? What's got Zag Attack? VHS players broke floppy disk time. What about those 3 1/4, 3.5? Is it 3? No, it's 5 1/4. What about what got the 3.5-inch discs? Oh God, I'm old. Where's Mike Lee? Gonna say something about I don't know about this Orlovsky clip. I don't know about it. We'll have to find that clip, guys. I don't DJ was built for football. I don't think, and I've said this a million times. DJ could be a nice kid, could love his mother, kiss his grandmother, save puppies from a river, go sell insurance. I don't care. You're not my quarterback. Nor will you ever be my quarterback. I love Daniel Jones, and it sucks he hasn't improved much, even if I have to admit he's on thin ice. Well, you know what, Donovan? You know what? Then you are a smart fan because of the fact that you understand he's going to be on thin ice. He's got to be on thin ice. I love this move for Judge. Why? And I'm not being mean, Gene, but why? Mean Gene Oakland. Jones comes back for year 4, and you have to fix everything around him. Then you go for your quarterback because you bring a quarterback the same situation. You know what the problem is? He's going to get his year 4, and then it's going to be the excuse for year 4 was, well, he's under another offensive coordinator. We got to give him year 5. It's a never-ending cycle. I think Daniel Jones is going to be our quarterback for the next 47 years. You need me to send me a DM on Twitter if you need, or if you're for the Dan Orlovsky pick or whatever the guy's name is. I was like, if you have it, send it to me on Twitter. Send it to me on Twitter. The season was over when the Giants went 0-1. Well, I don't know if it was that. I don't know about that. You could have said the season's over when they lost all their preseason games. He is willing to die on his sword moving forward. No more Jason Garrett excuses. He's not dying on his sword. He's passing blame. He's passing. He's pass like people pass gas. He's passing blame. Oh, wasn't built for chess. The NFL pro level adjusts to you. Thank you. Better improve every year or you'll have this. Yes, thank you. You're right. You're right. I like this quote. Edward, I like that one. DJ wasn't built for chess. Did the Knicks win? Knicks beat the Lakers 106-100. Used to do that in the bar. When you're about to fuck somebody up. Just get your neck ready. There's no more ice. Did you see him throwing the... How? You're out of the pocket. Throw the ball away. You're out of the pocket. You don't throw it back to the middle of the field. Knicks win. Knicks win. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Oh, hopefully. Who are you going to replace him with, though? I mean, I can't play. I'm not coming out of retirement. Anyone who loves his rookie season tends to forget he can only throw to the right side, and Shermer had him throw to the right. His completion percentage was 65. Yes, you know what? And I've mentioned that a million times as well. That's why he was a one-read red stripe quarterback, and they've done that this year as well. When they rolled out his pocket numerous times in that one game, they rolled him always out to one side, and they shortened the field. They cut the field in half for him because he can't figure it out any other way. I do think that we keep Jones next quarter. No earthquake in the draft, in my opinion. You evidently haven't heard of Malik Willis. I would keep Jones and sign a vet and let them compete for the first draft. You know what? I don't have a problem with that. I was actually more interested in having that happen, and I wanted them to sign a competitive veteran. You didn't want him signing Mike Glennon. You wanted him to sign a competitive veteran. But we don't do that stuff because Daniel Jones might get his feelings hurt. Oh, no. Daniel Jones continued to turn the ball over, and that's the problem. It is the problem, but you know what? Nobody wants to recognize that. Football is a disgrace from New York and Jersey. Total embarrassment. It is a total embarrassment. I am more embarrassed by the people that put the shit out on social media. I'm embarrassed to be called a content creator with some of the stuff that I see on social media. I guess I really don't create content. Remember the 80s movie, No Treat, No Surrender? Yes, I actually do. Where the ghost of Bruce Lee trains a nerd how to fight. Yes, I do. And then there was a No Retreat, No Surrender 2. And I think there was a No Retreat, No Surrender 3. But nothing's better than The Last Dragon. Nothing's better than The Last Dragon. Ganoa-matic. DJ did throw the ball away. I guess. Oh my God. You know what we need to do? Here we go. We need to what you call it? We need to go to the beach. We need to go to the beach. Absolutely nothing deserves another year. No other year. No year. Tim, I am on Twitter. You're on Twitter. Well, hold on. I'm not on Twitter. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to be unprofessional. I used to have 2 monitors and stuff, but I don't have the 2 monitors. All right. I'm on Twitter. What am I looking at? I'm tweeting on Twitter. Oh, wait. I got 18 notifications. People are sending me stuff here. All right. I can't read all this stuff, guys. I can't read and do a show at the same time. I'm not that smart. I'm going to blame everyone else, though, for my problems. We have to suffer one more season, at least because of the money and bad contracts. You're right, James. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Loving you is wrong. I don't want to be right. We are just roasting Daniel Jones at this point. I love it. I'm going to say it right now because I want to piss people off. Daniel Jones sucks. Daniel Jones sucks. He sucks. He sucks. He sucks. Knock, knock. Who's there? Daniel Jones sucks. Don't disrespect Neil O'Donnell. Oh, my God. Colt McCoy threw for over 300 yards. Go figure. No pocket awareness. Daniel Jones, no pocket awareness. None. And it's not just the pocket awareness that just gets you. It's his presence in the pocket. That's the problem. He has no presence. He doesn't feel anything. That throw had to be the worst throw I've seen since the beginning. It wasn't that bad. It was bad. It wasn't that bad. Eli had some stinkers. Ashton, what's up? I cheated on my girlfriend at a party the other night. She found out tonight she is willing to give me a second chance, but is this wrong? I would rather just have her tell me she's leaving me. Well, then pack her bags and send her out the door. I don't want you anymore because I'm back from outer space. Sorry. Sign Alex Smith. Alex Smith's not coming back. And I know you're being facetious. I know you're being sarcastic. Sarcasm. How can we afford Wilson, Watson, or Rodgers? We can't. They have to, what you call it? They have to just all great movie crowd. Right now, I'm here. I ordered some spaghetti marinara sauce, and I got some egg noodles and ketchup. Well, first of all, that's from Goodfellas. That's from Goodfellas. That is a great movie quote, G-Force. I love when we talk movies, but we're talking giants. I love talking movies. Another underrated mob movie, which is really a mob movie, is My Blue Heaven with Steve Martin. I saw Vinny, so I think about that. I just love it when his wife goes, it's a nice, when their names are Terry and Todd, and Barney Cooper Smith goes, it would be easier if you call each other's names. So Steve Martin's wife goes, it's a nice house, Terry. And they go, he's Terry. I mean, you're Terry. He's Todd. Oh, my God. They want arugula. Arugula. All right, what do we got here? Why would we want to draft a quarterback next year? It's going to be the same thing with the rookies because of poor offensive line coach. Because you draft someone like Malik Willis who can actually move around the pocket and has a feel for the pocket, even at a bad Liberty team. Watch him. I'm telling you, man. If you're not going to let Daniel Jones go, sign a quarterback. And I agree. Get some competition in here. Get it in there. His stupid one read. He is a one read quarterback. And it took some fans 3 years to figure that out. How long have we been saying he red stripes? How long have we said this? Watch his helmet. Watch the red stripe on his helmet. He comes out of the huddle. And then he just throws the ball to the one guy. Kenny was open a couple times. Just throwing it out there. But it's all Jason Garrett's fault. Tampa Bay goes on an 18-play drive. Jason Garrett's fault. Will Hernandez can't figure out how to get penalties. Jason Garrett's fault. Who was worse, Daniel Jones or Dave Brown? I'm starting to think Dave Brown's a better quarterback. I'm not going to go that crazy, though. It's close, though. It's close. Eli made a 6'6" Plex jumping half his pass. Yeah, but that's true. He did. But Plex came down with the passes. You cannot complete a pass if you don't throw the pass. And it was Pat Riley that said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And that's Daniel Jones. He's not getting extended, so keep him loose. Just get rid of him. You know, you may have to just trade everyone, but the problem is Barkley's contract is for $8 million, and I think he's $8 million in dead cap space. So even if you trade him, you're still on the hook for that money. If Macapoop was still the head coach, hey, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have benched Eli. After that, I'm pretty sure we might have had we might have had Patrick Mahomes. Is Phil Simms still available? Phil Simms may be available. Phil Simms still looks like he could play. Oh my God. What's Sam the Survivor? Sam, we are on cap hell and we'll take a really sharp GM to get us. Here's the problem with Sam. There is no way to get out of this cap hell. There's no way. Unless you start again extending contracts, which is how we got into the cap hell. Who said we were going to be in cap hell going back to before the first game of the season? He's a dashingly handsome YouTuber who likes to wear a gray Giants hat and a black sweater. Not sure who it is. Will someone make a Daniel Jones blooper compilation? Well, Peter, just for you.
It's Daniel Jones at the 5. It's Daniel Jones at never mind.
He is a one-read quarterback. He's not even good at that. It's like a one-trick pony who doesn't actually have a trick. Oh, my God. The dude was open. He threw it to the defensive lineman. You got to give him credit. The defensive lineman was open. He was open. Daniel Jones is better when he plays Ash in the Army of Darkness movies. Ash. Oh, another great movie. That is one of my favorite movies, too, with Ash and Groovy. I could have stayed in the past. I could have been king. But in my own way, I am king. And go, hail to the king, baby. That is a great movie, Army of Darkness. Shop smart. Shop S-smart. Everyone got that? Oh, my God. Don't get me on movie tangents. Leonard Williams mailed in another sticker. He does. That's another one. Give this guy 20-something million to make no difference. None whatsoever. I said give him 11 million. What the hell do I know? What positions would you address with our first rounders? Look at us looking forward to the draft again. Vinny G, we're looking forward to the draft 2 days before Thanksgiving. You're going to have to go deep. You got to go linebacker. You got to go defensive end. You got to go offensive line. You got to go linebacker. You got to go tight end. Beyond that, we're fine. What do we got here? I agree, but let's be honest. You know more than Joe's Giant fans never would draft. Yeah, I know where you're going with that, James. I know where you're going with that. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but I know where you're headed with that. You know I would draft Malik Willis. You know, me and Malik Willis, man. I could just see Malik Willis. I vision it.
All aboard the Malik Willis Express.
Oh. Sims, Haas, Sims, Brown, Graham, Cannell, Collins, Warner, Manning, Jones. That's starting quarterback. Yeah, you're not wrong. Let me see if you forgot anybody. No, you got it. Those were pretty much the starters here. Good list, though. You're out here, Saeed. Have a good evening. I salute you. You get the double salute. Oh, my goodness. I want Malik Willis, but they'll probably pass on him because they want a taller quarterback like Pickett. Yeah, they're also scouting Pickett, so I think that would be the reason why. Too bad the game isn't played between the 20s. Oh, my God. If the game was played between the 20, Daniel Jones is a Hall of Famer. And I've said this how many times, Mike? I always want to score from like the 23. Because once you get on that 19, Daniel Jones doesn't know what to do. What do you think, Baby Creed? He sucks. Oh, Baby Creed. I miss Baby Creed. I heard the USFL is starting up again in 2020. Maybe can find out. Are they going to have the Jersey Generals? Jersey/New York Generals? Because he could play. Dave Gettleman needs to stand in front of the Metro during. No, let's be nice. No stand in front of the Metro. No stand in front of the Metro. Let's be nice. What do you got here, Davey? The last good Giants linebacker draft with Jesse Armstead. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Tommy Maddox. Yes, Tommy Maddox did start a couple games for the Giants. King of the almost sack. I'll give that for you. Hold on.
King of the almost sack.
There we go here. I thought Judge was wrong guy for this job, but I still even see him feeling bad. I don't feel bad for Joe Judge at all because Joe Judge brought this shit upon himself. You can't be the tough guy head coach, the stereotypical head coach. You can't try to be the Belichick and then put up stinker and then suck and then place the blame on everyone else but yourself. 2-yard gains, can't even get 1 yard to throw the screen. How can you not throw a screen? How? And I'm not being like, I don't know. When I heard Daniel Jones, that's not good. Jeff Rutledge. Yeah, you also forgot Scott Bruner. Forgot about Scott Bruner. Yeah, he's got like 500 head coaches, but too bad they're all failed head coaches. What's up, Juan? The way Jones played yesterday, he would give Dave Brown a run for his money. I don't disagree. You know, and like I said, I am feeling more of an affinity now to Dave Brown. I saw Dave Brown play. I watched all Dave Brown's games. Dave Brown was bad, but it's Joe Judge, the king of no discipline. You cannot preach discipline. You cannot preach this shit and do the dumb things that the Giants do. A lot of the problems were that the Giants got themselves into their own trouble with the stupid penalties that we see all the time. Good night, Edward. Have yourself a good evening. Joe Judge hired like 5. Oh, I got that one. Sorry. Are they scouting our next quarterback in niceness? We need to draft. Oh my God. I've said this a million times. I've said this a bazillion times. I don't care how nice my quarterback is. I'd rather have an asshole who could read defenses. The great Joe Pisarcik. I know that's a tough one to read. That's a tough one to spell. Remember when Daniel Jones tried to throw a ball last year in the red zone week one, the Steelers and Cameron Hayes? Yes, I actually do remember that. Wow. Good memory. I don't remember that one. Dave, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Jones floats too many dang short passes. They never hit wide receivers in the chest when they're needed. They're always in front or behind them to make, you know, that's actually a very astute assessment of Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones never met a turnover he didn't like. I still have to watch the Rocky IV recut. I keep thinking next. I keep looking at baby Creed. I'm just gonna take baby Creed. I think I would say hang baby Creed up on the microphone. See how many people that come into the chat know that baby Creed is right here. I'm baby Creed. Here, we're gonna put baby Creed in the microphone. Put his legs this way. I can't get baby. All right, come on, baby Creed. You're taking too much time for this joke. There we go. There's baby Creed. I'll put it up. So we'll just have baby Apollo Creed just for no reason, just so people can figure out what the hell's going on. Jesse Palmer. You know what's funny about I like Jesse Palmer, but I always tell the story about I had a night out with Jesse Palmer after the Louisville game years ago in his senior season at Florida. I can never tell the Jesse Palmer story. I might tell the Jesse Palmer story. We have the OG online Big Blue paid subscriber service. We're going to do a subscriber scene. I might tell the Jesse Palmer story. It's a good story too. Jesse Palmer's the man. Jesse Palmer, I knew he was the Bachelor, but he was the man before he was the Bachelor. He can't even see in front of him. Yeah, it's the concussions. It's the problem. So will Joe Judge and Dave Gettleman both be gone after the season's over? I don't know, Steven. Here's my problem with this. You're a GM. You're even a GM who's not a known GM. You're just a GM coming in. Maybe you are a quality GM. Ownership tells you have to take Joe Judge and Daniel Jones and you have no salary cap. What GM is really going to say, wow, that seems like a great idea. I want to go there because I want to lose with my failed head coach and a draft pick that was not mine at quarterback going into his 4th year. Just saying. Tim, that's me. Is Mike White on the Jets the same backup Mike White on the Giants? No. If it is, then can we jump the Empire State Building? No, it's not the same. Not the same Mike White. Oh, my God. That's funny, though. Jason Garrett was a better quarterback than Daniel Jones. He did win more games in Dallas. It's not the number of penalties as much as when they happen. Mostly happen in the inopportune times that mostly happen, Mike, in the red zone. Oh, my God. We need to revamp the right side of the line. It's awful compared to the left side when Gates and Thompson Gates are there. Yeah, I don't know what's going to come back with Gates, though. Tommy Maddox was supposed to be the next Elway, according to Reeves. That's right. He was. He was going to be the next Elway. He did resurrect his career for 2 seasons at Pittsburgh, but that's about it. What do you think, Baby Creed? I still think he sucks. I admit, I usually don't like DJ slander, but this week I need... All right, well, then I'm going to help you with the DJ center. DJ sucks. DJ sucks. Oh, my God. I know he's a Jet, but Kenny O'Brien or Daniel Jones. You can take Kenny O'Brien. Kenny O'Brien actually played well. He had a couple good seasons. He also had some injury issues. Next GM is going to demand a lot of guaranteed money. Yeah, throw it on the salary cap. That's a joke. I know you're not throwing it on the salary cap. Well, who would the GM? Who would you want the GM to be? First of all, is always a big question. And who would want to come here? The Giants used to be a destination. The Giants, you used to hear big names associated with the Giants when we're looking at coaches. We used to hear those big names. Now our big names are the doo-doo and the failed judge. Maybe we should just get Judge Judy. Fanboy still supporting the human turnover. If they're still supporting them, they're too dumb to watch this channel. That's probably why they're here. Riddick was talking to Mayer on the sidelines during one loss. I'm not a Riddick fan. I mean, Riddick talks a lot of shit, but I mean, what has he really done? The guy with the Colts, I can't remember his name. I like the guy with the assistant GM with the Colts. Daniel Jones is a bottom 5 quarterback. Well, you know what, Hydra Man? At least he's the bottom quarterback. At least I've always said, even when you're the best of the worst, you're still number 1. Ken was a good shooter. Ken, they had some games against Miami. They did. Mark Sanchez, Daniel Jones. Sanchez went to 2 AFC championship games outside the butt fumble. Daniel Jones had the.
It's Daniel Jones at the 5. It's Daniel Jones at
Never mind.
Steelers had a good defense freaking 1 million years ago. The Giants had the great defensive ends. They did. What do we got here from me? Want Tim? That's me. Do you think Freddie Kitchens will make the offense look somewhat more competitive? No. Freddie Kitchens, so as I pointed out and some other people astutely put out, Freddie Kitchens last year called the offense, scored 6 points in Cleveland. It's not going to make a difference. And if it does make a difference for one game, it's not going to be anything with any longevity. I said it, you probably missed it once. I don't think you were here. If you look back at the annals of NFL history, when you fire a coordinator, the next week is usually a hell of a lot better than what it was the previous week. But it never lasts. Don't forget Shermer. I don't forget anything. Joe Judge, I know a guy who used to know a guy, Jimmy Hoffa, to start winning football games or else. Oh, my God. I know a guy. I know people always laugh when I say it. Twitter has been acting stupid. You should see the play under realize Twitter stream. All right, hold on. Let me go to Twitter real quick here. Let me go to Twitter here. I got all these messages on Twitter, man. I'm so popular. I got all these messages. I'm Mr. Popularity. People just love me. I don't know, man. I don't know how to make Twitter work. I'm old. When I want to Twitter something, I just yell at the freaking window. Isn't Kitchens the same guy who called the draw on 4th and 9? Yes, he is. Good memory, man. Hydra Man coming up strong. It's crazy how the 3 New York teams are the only ones that don't look like they're making any progress. It's true. They're not making any progress. Tim, that's me. What are your thoughts on cleaning house and bringing in Lincoln Riley with a veteran with a I think Patrick Graham's going to get another year. I do. I'm not against that. I would like to bring in a veteran court. I want to bring in guys. I really wanted, I've said it a million times. I really wanted Mike McCarthy. I really did. Because, if anyone was going to fix Daniel Jones, I thought it was going to be Mike McCarthy. And now he's in Dallas. And we see how that's going. What do you think of getting rid of DJ and having a veteran bridge quarterback until I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. Who can we sign? I don't know, Baby Creed. Daniel Jones is not the average answer. However, there are no game-changing quarterbacks in next year's draft. Oh, really? You don't think there's any game-changing quarterbacks?
All aboard the Malik Willis Express.
Oh, Zachary, you're right. Just saw that. Kitchens also ran a fake field goal to go to the center. Yeah, you're right. I remember that too. The Giants need to sign Bobby Boucher for 10 years, $500 million. It was what about you can do it, Bobby? You can do it all night long. Oh my goodness. And if you're going to sign Bobby Boucher, there's one thing you need to all remember.
But that's okay. Remember.
Well, that's not what you need to remember. All remember. Jesus.
Gentlemen, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
You should rebuild the Giants on Madden to put on you. You know what's funny? I play Madden, but I laughed. I don't even play the Giants anymore. I don't even play the Giants anymore. I used to. Rex Ryan, the head coach of the Giants. Man, McCarthy won one trophy with Rodgers, and Cowboys haven't won anything yet. He's only been with the Cowboys for a season and a half, and he's got them in a chance to take the division. Except the injuries are kind of cost him a little bit with everything's going. How we forget about Daniel Jones' first year? Jones isn't a problem. We don't forget about Daniel Jones' first year. Let's talk about Daniel Jones' first year. Daniel Jones had 3 games. 3 good games. Subtract those 3 games. Then Daniel Jones' stats are 12 touchdowns and 11 interceptions and a bunch of fumbles. His stats last year, about 12 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. His stats this year, same thing. Are we seeing an idea? Are we seeing an issue? Are we seeing something that is calling what we might call a pattern? Glennon was a pretty good. Glennon had one good season his rookie year at quarterback, and then he failed. He signed the big contract with the Bears and came up and threw up a stinker. DJ's the answer. Give him one lineman and he'll be fine. DJ's not even the answer. Oh my goodness. What do we got here? Marcus Mariota wouldn't be a bad bridge. You know what's funny? 3 years ago, was it 3 years ago? 2020. I said the Giants should sign Marcus Mariota before he went to the Raiders. People said I was crazy. The problem with the Giants is our good players are rookies, knights and bishops, but our queens stink. Ooh, that was deep. That was deep, Ace. I like that one. Jason Garrett didn't throw the interception. The defense tagged. Oh, James, you and I are always right on the same page, my friend. We're always here because you're right. Jason Garrett didn't have an 18-play, let Tampa run on 18-play drives. That's okay. That's all right. We're all good. We have great weapons, but sit on the IR. We have more injury-prone players than I've ever seen. We do. We do, Captain Morgan. I love Captain Morgan. I love Captain Morgan. Captain Morgan private stock, man. That's the bomb. And then they got the black label Captain Morgan. I can't drink the black label Captain Morgan anymore because when I did, it was bad. It was a bad night. How do you feel about having to play Boston? Boston Scott this week? I feel good about it. Boston Scott, good running back. I'm more worried about Jalen Hurts, to be honest. What do you think, Baby Creed? I am too. Sing. Mariota would have hurt halfway through the year. I didn't need Marcus Mariota to come in and play. I needed Marcus Mariota to come in and push Daniel Jones to make him a better quarterback. What do you got, Antoine? Did John Mayer actually respond to the letters that fans sent him? So if Tim sent him one of the most longest letters he had ever seen, tell him what's your qualifications as a head coach. And I don't have any qualifications. I have no qualifications at all. That's why I'm on YouTube. If I had any qualifications, I'd Probably have a job. Good player. Oh, I like this one. Good players elevate. Bad players don't. Sums it up. What do we got here? Should I be embarrassed that I spent my own money on TJ's jersey? You shouldn't be embarrassed. This is a safe place. Look, watch this. Hey, Donovan, watch this. Here you go, Donovan. Don't be embarrassed. There you go, my friend. See? This is a safe space. And I actually gave this jersey away to James Williams. Jackson gave it away. James won it in the contest. James won it in the online Big Blue trivia contest. Guys, Daniel Jones isn't the problem. Okay, he needs John Knox, Joe Thomas, Jerry Rice, Calvin Johnson, and he'll play like a top 20 quarterback. I'm down with that, Charlie Brown. DJ is the answer. Jason Currett was a problem. Give Pat Shurmur back as a coordinator. Oh, my God. I'm not even going to talk about that. See, Mike, these are the people that make my head hurt. You're still in, you're supposed to drink the whole body in one sitting. All right, listen, I'm going to be 100% honest about this. Yeah. Back in the day, I would drink an entire bottle in one sitting. And the worst thing is I love rum and Cokes. And I used to get a 6-pack of Coke. And I would drink the entire bottle in one sitting. Yes. And I have this big ass 14-ounce glasses. Boston Scott is a giant killer. He is. Neither did Joe. DJ is a great backup. And this will be his future next year. I hope it is. Who am I ignoring? You may want to block Lou. Ignore. All right. Who is this person? I don't see him on here. I would block him. Wait a minute. I don't see him. Oh, there we go. I'm not going to block him. I see him. I'm not going to block him. Why? Because I'm a happy guy. We signed a defensive tackle, paying him defense, trade away a third pick, and you know something is wrong. Oh, my God. Mitchell Trubisky equals Mitchell. You know, Mitchell Trubisky went to the playoffs, though, and actually had some good seasons. I trust 3 kids in a trench coat. Oh, my goodness. We have been rebuilding and patching holes the last 10 years. You can't get out the O-line. It's terrible. It's bad. Vinny G, this is why I miss you, my friend. This is why I miss you. Boston Scott is going to do the slowest looking 360 spinning still guard up the Giants. Boston Scott does do that, doesn't he? He does. Todd Marinovich, no. Well, you know what the good thing about Todd Marinovich was, man? At least the dude would surf naked and smoke pot. I mean, at least that's something interesting. Daniel Jones looks like he doesn't know anyone that ever smoked pot. Everyone kills this team. It's true. It's bad. Hurts runs a lot. He's not a good thrower. Giants have, you know what? I am going to block you. I'll put you in timeout. You're in timeout. You're in timeout. You get stupid, you go to timeout. Do you think Barkley would get a big contract? Oh, he's going to be gone. Barkley's not going to get a. Here's the thing with Barkley. Barkley's going to get his year 5, and then after that, he's going to be gone. Unless he does like rushes for like 2,000 yards, he's going to be gone. Is anyone on the O-line besides Thomas worth keeping? No. People will say Matt from Connecticut is, but no. No, I wouldn't keep it. Well, Gates I like, but I like Gates more into the guard position. But no. It's sad that Tyler Heineke was studying for his master's degrees not long ago, and he still has more advanced basketball. People forget the Tyler Heineke story. The guy was out of the league. And he comes in and he beats Daniel Jones. Marinovich was just a messed up, but yeah, he was messed up. He was the whole football dad syndrome going back to USC. He should never left USC. Watch the Giants go on the stupid run outside of nowhere, and we pick like 20th. You know what? That would be our luck. But then people are like, we have to keep this team. We got to keep this core nucleus together. Look, we ran off all these wins. Oh, I will not sign Barkley again. I know you can't double down on him. You can't. Now I want to keep. I don't want a rum and coke. Is it too late? Is it too late for a rum and coke? I think I got apple cider. You mix that, you warm that up and mix that with Coke. I mean, not Coke, mix that with rum. That's good. I trust Tom Tupa. Hey, Tom Tupa won some games and he could punt. I don't think anyone on the Giants worth keeping. Well, Zio Ojulari is worth keeping. Andrew Thomas is worth keeping. That's about it. Oh, old Matt just switched to the great athlete, but he's bad. He does have bad technique. He should be a tackle. I mean, not tackle. He should be a guard. Tom Tupa wasn't that bad, and he could punt. That's what he could punt. He actually won in Arizona too. He played too. Jim McMahon was the coolest quarterback ever. Super Bowl shuffle. Jim McMahon. Do I think Jim McMahon was? If you're going to go by the coolest quarterback ever, man, you got to go Joe Namath. Joe Willie owned a strip club, or owned a club that was owned by the mob. You know, he wore pantyhose on TV. He wore mink coats on the sideline. He was with a different woman every night. Coolest quarterback is always Joe Willie. It's over 40 years, and I've seen the kind of input and exposure to other Giants fans during the dark years until now. Yeah, the 70s were bad. They were bad. What are you sick of, Adam? I'm so sick of negativities from Giant fans by fake fans. We are in bad shape, and some of you sound like you want us to be bad. Oh, Adam. Too dumb to watch. Goodbye. I blame Zach. I have this power now. I'm like He-Man. I have the power. I kind of like it. Oh, bench Daniel Jones for Tony. Okay. DJ one-read quarterback. He is a certified and no-read quarterback. In all honesty, I do want to say this in my honest opinion, I do think Daniel Jones can read. Not defenses, I just think he can read. What do we got here? Do you see Kenny G? Yes, I did see Kenny G give up on the bubble screen. That was bad. I want to keep Booker. We don't want us to be bad. We're doing bad things for so long. We want to, you know what? And I've said it before, you're best of the worst. You're still number one. But you're right, James. We don't want to be bad. Mac Jones is better than Jones. Mac Jones is playing in a system that was built for Tom Brady, that when he won that first Super Bowl, and that's why he's playing well, but they understand what they have. And that's what I like. For a possible bridge quarterback, who would you go for? I wanted Cam Newton. I did. I wanted Cam Newton. I wanted Marcus Mariota. Hell, I would take Colt McCoy back. We're fake fans. You're right. We suck. We suck. You got to love He-Man. He-Man, She-Ra. I grew up on the He-Man cartoons. The Giants will probably tag Barkley if he stays healthy. If Barkley's healthy, I would tag Barkley. I would tag if he was healthy. Blind hope doesn't make you a loyal fan. It makes you a delusional fan. Oh, that was actually a good one. I like that one. Never too late to drink. Watch you to talking about this, Tim. You're right. I have one of my favorite Simpsons episodes is when Homer is trying to decide if he's an alcoholic, and he's in the bathroom, and Marge is reading the things that if you are an alcoholic, and Marge goes, "Do you drink alone?" And Homer goes, and Homer goes, is drinking with God drinking alone? Oh my God. Matt Ryan Nesbitt. What we got here? Delusional blind. I already got that one. Matt Ryan. What we got here? You have a Skeletor on your desk? I got a little toy from Target. My son got it for me, and it's a thing it's a skeleton that had Skeletor head that flips open, and then you got an action figure. I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, Rick Myers, DJ. He is a one-read quarterback. I have the power. I think it's better to keep Jones so we can tank again and get another quarterback if this one doesn't emerge. I guess that's a reason to keep him. Yes, that's a reason. I don't think the Falcons want Rhodes and playing, so I don't see them letting Ryan leave. Yeah, I have to say this. I don't think I see the Falcons going, hey, you know what we should do? We should play Josh Rosen some more. Because when he came in and threw that pick for a touchdown right away, that was freaking awesome. Adam gave those aren't really choices. Come on, Mike. I mean, come on, Mike. Those are my choices. Oh my God. I don't think those are my choices. Family Guy, awesome show. Absolutely hysterical. Oh, I love Family Guy. I have a little quagmire that if you push the button, he says all of his favorite phrases. And when I worked, when I was in the office, it was the greatest thing in the world. Because one of the phrases was, I did not giggity that girl. That's a great show. I will take Gardner Minshew at quarterback. I would take Minshew. I don't think Phil, unless he's leaving on a free agent contract, I don't think Philadelphia would ever give up Gardner Minshew. And plus, why would you let him go to the Giants? I don't think they're going to let him go. I don't think they're going to let him go to the Giants. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, because you can't let him go within your division. Giggity giggity. Will the Giants beat the Eagles? I am going to say yes. I'm going to say it's going to be 21-17. Daniel Jones is going to have the same stats. And then people are going to say, look, see what I told you. Without Jason Garrett, we're awesome. Could you imagine if we signed up Baker Mayfield? Nothing. I wouldn't be shocked. Peter versus the Bleeding Bull. My favorite one is Peter versus the chicken, the giant chicken. That's one of my favorite ones. That's one of my favorite ones. Gettleman says he wants to build a classic giant team like those teams that had unbelievable pass rushes and don't spend. Yeah, well, my problem is we get, you're right, we get your interior alignment, but why the hell would we want to get a defensive end? My other favorite Family Guy is when they think Peter Griffin is mentally challenged, so he gets his own sponsor. So, you know, he's got the guy with him that's showing him encouragement. And then at one point he goes, yeah, you let me be myself. Oh, that in South Park. Who knows? DJ sucks. Don't act like Jason Garrett was top of play. He wasn't the play calling. He wasn't. And I've said it before. If you want to get rid of him, that's fine. But don't think you're going to fix the Jason Garrett. You don't think you're going to fix the problems. Who is a better quarterback? Jason Garrett, Daniel Jones. Jason Garrett actually won some games. Philadelphia Eagles will beat the Giants. Washington Redskins might go either way. You're not supposed to say Redskins. I can't see us winning. DJ's having the worst stats. If DJ lovers will sing his praise and proclaim Jason Garrett held him back. Of course he did. Of course he held him back. What do you think, Baby Creed? Yeah, he did hold him back. See, look at that. I'm really a good ventriloquist. I didn't notice I could be a ventriloquist. Oh, my God. Stewie makes an evil clone. Yeah, that was a good one, too. That was a good one. I forgot about that one. The only way Jones would be better is if he signed Baker Mayfield and let him duke it. We could sign that on pay-per-view, I think. Well, Gettleman better get a time machine because LT is not coming back.
Gentlemen, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
Oh, my God. I got the evil clone one. DJ, what's up, James? Again, DJ is definitely going to play better. He can't play much worse than he did last night. Oh, wait. He started the game against Dallas 0-8 and got knocked out. Oh, my God. You're not wrong. Lawrence Taylor and Michael Strahan today would be a better pass rush in combat than Z. Oh, yeah, a little bit. A little bit. I think Apollo Creed would have been a good quarterback for the Giants. Yeah, let me play. I would love to play quarterback. I'm Baby Creed. It's Baby Creed. The origins of Baby Creed is Baby Creed used to be, I used to do a bunch of other podcasts. I still do podcasts, but I used to have done the podcast and Baby Creed was on the podcast. Everyone loved Baby Creed. Just like everyone here, just like most people love Baby Saquon. And I still have Baby Saquon. I got to get all my toys and stuff. See? Baby Saquon. I still have him. I got nothing else on my desk. My desk is like empty. I got nothing going on behind me either. All my walls are bare. Oh, LT alone would make the Giants better. LT would make the Giants better. He would. But you know what? He's not coming back. He might be able to come back. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. All the delusional Giants fans can't believe Daniel Jones' stats are in the 60s. You know what's the problem is? Even in the 60s, these would be bad stats. Even in some of the 50s, in the early 60s, you had the $1 million backfield with the Rams that put up big numbers. Why did I get a timeout? I know the game of football since the early 80s, and it hurts. And Hurts is not a good quarterback. You're back in timeout. Now I just want to put you in timeout because you asked why you didn't get a timeout. If you wouldn't have said anything, I wouldn't have put you in timeout. Now I got to put you back in timeout again because I'm evil. Oh, you know what? Tim Tebow. I would actually pick Tim Tebow because you know what? He had a winning season and took his team to playoffs and won a game against Pittsburgh. What do we got here? Make a video on how Daniel Jones is the worst quarterback in the NFC. I did that once. And I got told I was wrong and I was mean. My Saquon pop fell off the shelf and his foot snapped off. Do you want to know what's really funny? My baby Saquon can no longer stand up. He falls down every time I try to get him to stand up. Tim for the head coach. I would never want to be a head coach. I never want to coach it. I coached PAL League basketball. That's Pleaseville Athletic League basketball. That was tough enough, man. Coaching a bunch of like 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds. I never would have the wherewithal to do anything like that. Difference between the Giants and my Mets fan. Well, I'm a Met fan, so as I expect the Mets to suck. It's part of their brand. Giants, on the other hand, are supposed to be, but you know what the problem is? The Mets have had more in the last 10 years. The Mets at least went to the World Series. Johnny Manziel and Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones won't be better than Malik Willis. Malik Willis is a stud. He's going to be the stud of the draft. I'm telling you right now. No one said Hurts is a top quarterback. He's a tad better than our guy. I agree. You're right. I never said he was a great quarterback. I just said that he is better. Today I got my bad best friend sprained her ankle and it ballooned up that quickly. Ugh. So she Barkley'd it. She's out 3 to 4 weeks. Who's better? Jay Schrader. Jay Schrader, man, got replaced by Mark Rippon, but Jay Schrader still took his team to the playoffs. What's up, Kevin? I'm not saying Saquon has worked out, but is it fair to call him a bust when he's got a quarterback and coaching staff that doesn't know how to use him? I think he's more of a bust because of I don't think he's a bust, but I think because of the injury factor. I think that's more of what's holding him back. Kenny Pickett should be our quarterback. I don't have a problem with Kenny. I got to sneeze. No, I don't. I want Captain Comeback to coach Captain Comeback. I want Captain Caveman to coach our team. I want Captain Caveman. JB Baby's Henry. Yeah, he is. He is. Oh, what do we got here? For a few, let's see here. Could Darnold have been if he went somewhere else other than the Jets? I want him over Barkley. You know what the problem is? He did go someplace else. He's in Carolina. He sucks. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. Ooh, I like that one. Barkley is a sexy name without substance. I like that one. That was a good one. Who is going to be our quarterback in 2022? Ooh, 2022. You want to say Malik Willis, but I don't know. I really don't know. Wish I could tell you. DJ Levers would say Matt Schaub looks like Kurt Warner. The Bucks beat us like Drago beat Apollo. You will lose. If he dies, he dies. Man, you got to see the director's cut. They got a new director's cut with new footage, Rocky IV. Haven't watched it yet. I bought it on iTunes. I got to watch it, but evidently it's supposed to be, he recut the movie. So I got to what you call it. Tim, I love you, but Saquon is injury prone. There's no good injury situation. I'm not going to lie. I'm not saying he is, but I'm not saying he's not. Ooh, that was a very nonsensical point. As long as Teen Angels are with him.
Here.
Sorry, I might hit the wrong button. Tim should be, I could be the quarterback, man. I'm 6'2". I'm in really bad shape. Probably have no pocket presence. I could do it. Why not? I can still sling it. I think Dave, you know what? He has a Dave Meggett in Barkley, but he never checks down to him. I'm going to be the quarterback. Matt Barkley, or I would have to take Daniel Jones still. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to call it a night. It's almost 2 hours in. I usually don't go this long.
That's what she said.
Enjoyed everyone coming out tonight. It was a really good stream. I had a lot of fun. Hope everyone enjoyed the videos. If you don't know, you can also do the online subscribe service, Online Big Blue, OG Online Big Blue. It's $1.99. All of the money goes to the Philadelphia Children's Hospital, helping the kids as much as possible. Also, we do a lot of fun videos and stuff, and we are going to do a subscriber only stream soon. It's $1.99. I couldn't make it free. Captain Caveman and the Teenagers. I know Captain Caveman is the Teen Angels. No one else was going to know that, Mike Lee. I knew who that was. Pickett, how good choices. If you don't get, I think they'll probably end up going Pickett. I want everyone to have yourself a good night. Logic's Finest. I'm going to check out here. Hope you have yourself a good night. James, have yourself a good night. It's great seeing you again. As always, thank you for coming out. Everyone be safe. It is the Thanksgiving weekend. Do not eat too much. Do not drink too much. You know what? Who the hell am I caring? Eat as much as you want. Drink as much as you want. Just don't drink and drive. That's what they have Ubers for. Everyone just have a great time. Probably won't have any videos on Thursday because it is Thanksgiving. Might do a video in the morning tomorrow because I do have to get up early. Get family members coming over. I might be hiding I might be literally, you know, it's funny. You might one day all of a sudden just be sitting there doing nothing. And then you see it pop up that Online Big Blue is on because I might be hiding in the basement. Me and Baby Creed. I'm just going to keep Baby Creed here forever now because you know what? I think Baby Creed is awesome. Good night, everyone. Good night. You are very welcome. Star Blazers, we're off to outer space, protecting Mother Earth to save the human race. Our Star Blazers. I knew everything, guys, about all the planets. I didn't understand the kid that couldn't talk. The one, because you had the girl in the yellow plane, and you had the guy in the black plane, the other plane, and then you had the kid that couldn't talk. I never understood that. And the robot, never got the robot either. The robot that was in the thing. Land of the Lost, Marshall, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition. Greatest earthquake ever known, high above the valley. Shook their honey raft. Good night, everyone. Good night, Ace. Good night, Juan. Hope you have yourself a great time. Got the Great Space Coaster. Come on board on the Great Space Coaster. Electric Company, another good one. You gotta love the Electric Company, man. Electric Company was a good show too. It was a little weird, but it was a good show. All right, guys, we are checking out. We are checking on. I had someone tell me something's available. Oh my God. The Great Space Coaster. How about the Far Out Space Nuts? Anyone remember that? Bob Denver? He was in that show with the Far Out Space Nuts, having some fun. And then you got some good ones. Good night there, Mr. Zappa. Hope you're having yourself a wonderful Thanksgiving. Like I said, I hope everyone just keeps it safe, keeps it real. Hope you guys enjoy the videos. If you have a suggestion for a video, just email me at onlineBigBlue@gmail.com if you want to see me do something. Always got content coming out my ears. But, you know, I like to do content that you guys want to see. So, again, email me at onlineBigBlue@gmail.com. Muppets. The Muppets in the 70s were a lot better. They had that Muppet remake that just came on where they kind of did like a behind the scenes thing. That was okay. But for the original Muppet movies, with the Muppet Show tonight, dun, 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 that was a lot. Down to Fraggle Rock. I never understood Fraggle Rock. I never got that. That was HBO. HBO was always a little weird. Transformers, GS1, more than meets the eye. We all know Optimus Prime is the only Prime. Rodimus Prime sucked. That's why he was only really in charge of one episode. And then he became Cliff Jumper or whatever he was. I told you guys, my mind is filled with useless information. Wacky Racers, Wacky Penelope Pit Stop, help me. Dick Dashley, Muttley. Oh my God, you people, you know what? You're not going to stump me. Muppets Monday Night. That was not a good show. I think that lasted a season. I think that was literally a season. One day we will do a useless TV and movie trivia where you try to stump me on the movies and quotes and lines. Courageous Cat and Minute Mouse. Come on, Courageous Cat and Minute Mouse. That was a show that was on Sunday after a good show. And I never understood it because it was always, come on, Minute Mouse. And I hated Minute Mouse. I freaking hated Minute Mouse. I had a friend that was in a band who actually did a song called Courageous Cat. Heckle and Jekyll. Was never in Heckle and Jekyll. Woody Woodpecker. That was a good one, Woody Woodpecker as well. Courageous Cat, man. That used to be on Sundays. That was like in the 80s, man. Even before that. Gotta love Space Ghost. And then Space Ghost turned into the Space Ghost talk show. Logic Swine is, you're not going to stump me. You're not. This brain right here, full of useless information. Useless information. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Hope everyone has a good holiday. Check out for the shows tomorrow. There will be a video. And like I said, let's just see what happens on Sunday. Stay safe and happy Thanksgiving to all. Hope everyone has a great holiday.